Hello, I'm Dr. Eve. Welcome to In the Studio with Dr. Eve. We've just come off air and had great conversations, which didn't leave us enough time to answer all of our listeners' questions. Here are some more questions. Dr. Eve, my husband of 10 years watches pornography very often, and women usually will masturbate. For the past 5 years, we have not been sharing a bed, and he's very reluctant, to say the least, in having sex with me. I'm always the one initiating sex with sexy lingerie and sometimes a promise to make a video. Even then, he would refuse with some excuse. Months go by without sex. I've talked with him often, explaining that watching porn by himself and him not being interested in me feels to me like he's cheating, that it hurts me terribly, and I'm in dire need of his affection. His apathy to my feelings breaks my heart. I'm longing for a fulfilling sexual and intimate relationship with my husband. I look after myself and my 2 children. I've told him before that watching porn is unacceptable to me, but he still does it in secret. He never touches me, and also I don't touch him. As he pointed out to me, when I touch him or share his bed, I make him feel claustrophobic. Our relationship is not perfect, but I'm always willing to work at it to get a happy marriage. This morning I found he'd been watching and masturbating. I found the evidence after I went to him last night, and he had this perfect opportunity to be the real person. I took all his porn, DVDs, and left him a note with my feelings, again, together with my vibrator, saying it's really a shame that I had to get a vibrator to replace him. When he found this out, he asked me if I'm sad. That's all. I'm desperate and at a dead-end street. I don't get how a woman can say, my relationship is not perfect, but I'm willing to work at a happy marriage. Clearly, your husband is not in this marriage. Clearly, you are in a marriage which is kind of empty. You're living it on your own. Usually, no, I shouldn't say usually in a marriage, because I don't like anything usual in a marriage. But one would consider that there has to be a consensuous decision made that we want to have separate bedrooms, that we don't want to be sexual anymore. And that's acceptable. If 2 people consent to that kind of arrangement, there is no problem with that. If one person still wants to have sex, one person still wants to be married in a conventional sense, as I'm hearing that this woman does, then it's not a real marriage. And it breaks my heart that she's trying so hard to be married to somebody who is rejecting her and is not interested in her sexually or intimately, and is actually treating her pretty horrifically. Watching porn is a whole nother conversation, which we're not going to have right now. You can watch my other blogs to get that kind of conversation. But here is a woman who's enduring a hardship, and I wonder why. I invite her into my therapy room. Contact me, dreve.co.za.